Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Rose and I live in this 1986 Nissan Sunrader. I know most of them are Toyotas, but this one's a Nissan. Where are we? We're in
Black Beach,
California. So the sun is setting. We're trying to do this before the sun sets, so come see inside. This is my bed up here. I know it's dark, but I put a real mattress so it's thick and it's memory foam and it's very, very comfortable. This is my old coat hanger. You gotta have this little part. And the full mirror with my pictures of my dog. My sister, I told her my theme in here is sunset in the jungle, so she painted me a sunset in the jungle. I have a bathroom. This is my shower bag because I shower in here if I have to because it works, but I go to Planet Fitness otherwise. And I got my laundry bag and my random little stuff everywhere. You can come look inside the bathroom. This is the toilet. I added all this extra storage, and my mom says that you can tell it's a 24-year-old who lives in here because I have a bunch of I don't need. But this is the hot water heater. It's aftermarket, so it's not original. It's like an outdoor hot water heater, but it's propane. And I put this new faucet up here. So you turn the water on, it gets in there, heats it up, and spits it out really too hot, to be honest. Picked these off a tree. I think it's eucalyptus. I'm still figuring it out. It kind of just smells like a leaf right now. And my little medicine cabinet mirror. Okay, so this is the kitchen. My theme in the kitchen is these little red mushrooms. So I got my little salt and pepper shaker. I got my, what's that called? Thing for your sauce spoon. I drive with my kettle like that because it doesn't fall. All my little spices. See the plants with the sunset in the jungle theme. I tried to repaint this the stove, because it's like falling apart, but it's still falling apart, so that still doesn't look much better. This, I put that fake marble stuff on there. I think it looks pretty good. I'll probably have to redo it at some point. I really wanted a herb garden here, so I have seeds, and at some point I'm going to plant them all, but I have oregano, mint, and cilantro, and then this little plant water. I pour water in top and then it rains on my plant. And my little Oregon cutting board, because that's where I'm from. Okay. And I thank you Mercs, this faucet. Everybody, there was little gifts from, like I had my little wish list, so this was from Sabrina, and there's more. I'm not going to list them all, sorry. This is so nice. The little one before was little, and I love being able to do this. And this is just that countertop cover thing, so it gives you more counter space. My little jade and my soaps, and see more of the theme with the mushrooms. And then I have these little battery powered lights for the kitchen that are all up here. Yeah. And I have this from my mom, love you to the moon and back. And I got this in Santa Monica. The guy, he just saw me and then he painted me and my little dog into it and just gave it to me. I tried to pay him, but he wouldn't let me. But okay, so this one is the dishes. Usually everything falls out, but I prepared kind of. There's my dishes. This one is food. This is the pantry. Yep, that's actually pretty organized for what it looks like. These are pants. These are like sweaters. There's a bunch of books. I have like at least read half or all of like 30% of those. Look at the view. Take a moment to appreciate the view. In this area, you should have seen it when it was original, because it just had two benches, and the cushions were thinner, so they were not comfortable to sit on. And I reupholstered those first, but they still weren't comfortable, so then I paid the big money to get new foam and to get it reupholstered. So like the suede, the little what's it called? No, it's not suede. Velvet, I love. And then I really wanted a bench so that I could have more seating and have like lay this way if I wanted to, because if I'm relaxing I can't lay this way without having to, I can't straighten all my legs out. So I wanted to be able to lay this way during the day. And then I also really wanted, I didn't even realize this was a thing, these swivel tables, but I love this swivel table mount. Look at this. And then my old boss just made this table for me for free. It's okay, I earned it, honestly, when I worked there. I had this little disco ball planter was right here, but every time I put a plant in it, it like flies out. It's like bam, bam, bam. So I'm still figuring out what I'm gonna do about that. Pillows. This one has my winter jacket inside the pillow, so you know, double decoration and practicality. I probably definitely have too many blankets. This one I stole from my mom because it's home, you know. But we don't support Squishmallows, but somebody got that for me. So, you know, with the theme. I don't know if this is the tour you were expecting, but my old neighbor, basically second grandma, made me, she didn't make it for me, but she gave me this quilt, but look at all the flowers. Isn't that so cool? How many pieces you have to put together on that? This is crafts and random kind of thing like that. This is winter hats and things like that. This is electronics and also kind of bigger-ish. Not really electronics, but there's a monitor for my work and a projector, neither of which I use. I do have a TV that comes out and I can plug it into, I have an inverter down here, so like there are original outlets, but whoever had it before me rewired the whole thing, so there's two inverters. There's a bigger one and then there's a little one up in that cabinet. So I can plug this into there and I have the Fire Stick connected, and I'll just connect to my hotspot and like I can watch TV right now. So that's pretty great. But honestly, I really don't need this because I just never want to use the power. And then I got the guitar. I know how to play like 5 chords, and you could play a lot with 5 chords. And then I got these little, these were also, they're all different colors right now, but you can make them all like one color. So that's one of the lights. And then the other set of lights is, oh, now it's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. So these ones are rechargeable solar powered ones. So I just put this thing in the sun and it recharges like pretty dang fast. I just did it for 10 minutes. Like these aren't gonna stay on that long, but if I leave it out there for a couple hours, they'll stay on a lot longer. And they fade different colors. See? This is just to make it look more ambiance. So sunset in the jungle, remember? So when all the curtains are closed and the light comes in, it's warm, it feels like a womb. So that's really nice. These curtains came with it, but I dyed them orange in a pot. And I just made this wall, which now it's coming apart, of like some of my favorite music artists' albums. My little air purifier for when it, like, I don't know, I don't even know what it smells like, you know what I mean? So I have to purify the air if anybody else comes in. I give this to everybody who comes in. They get to play games. So anyway, in this cabinet, that happens every time. There's candles and lights and scarves and it's a whole cabinet dedicated to candles because I like candles. And yes, I do light them in here. I just don't leave them unattended. This is the diesel heater. It says that right now because that means it like ran out of battery power, but like it'll work right now because I just drove around and I recharged the batteries. So it works really, 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 really well, but like it's really hot. This is the electronics. It used to be more organized, but there's a lot of wires and cords and plugs and stuff like that. I got this when I studied abroad in Oaxaca. My little dream board, travel, your body, health, Play-Doh because I like money, finding my freedom, you know, all the things, and food. And speaking of food, this is the fridge. It works really well. And there's a freezer, so there's ice cream, which is awesome. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's propane, and you see the little light right here to see if it's on, and you gotta like spark it. Or you can switch it to electrical, but I probably only would do that if I'm plugged in. And then I have my little dog, so his bed is right in between the seats. And then that is like my lap desk. So if I put this bed, like this whole seating area converts into a guest bedroom, the table goes down. But anyway, that's my lap desk if I'm laying on it. These lights are very, very bright. I don't really use those. I like this light because it's warm. I have a fan. There's a vent there, but it doesn't do anything. this one goes in or out. I don't have an AC. Little art from Puerto Rico, and my closet, which has a bunch of my roller derby stuff, my roller derby game, and a bookstore I went to. So we have shirts, you know, underwear and socks and stuff, and then a bunch of jackets, and I got this Dollar Tree shoe hanger, you can't even see it, and hats up there. And under here there's not really anything. This is a fuse box, but I don't know if they're actually connected to anything now. Underneath that bench is Luke's, my dog, his stuff in that side, and then on the left side is his food, so that's pretty much all for him under there. This obviously used to be a heater, so I forgot to say that. I repainted everything and like changed the handles. You can see where the original handles are because I busted this one in. So the old handles used to be a circle, so I took those out and I wood filled it, but this one I didn't give it enough sturdiness, so I must have hit it anyway. And the floor used to be carpet, but it's like all wood floor now, which is nice. This cabinet is a bunch of random stuff, like, and I got this drawer, so this drawer is, you know, not fancy, but holds my like laundry and extra kitchen stuff. And this is a propane detector. It's like a smoke detector, but like, so theoretically it's on, but I don't really know how to work it, and I don't use it. If I smell propane, I fix it. This side, this has my dish rack and all my cleaning sprays in there. This is like a waterproof drawer. There's a bunch of random stuff I don't really use, like a big thing of coconut oil, an emergency black bean burger mix, and little mini waffle iron, a French press, which I don't use. This is my cleaning supplies that I mostly use, my mini dustpan, and my cleaning wipes get used the most, and the dog hair removers. This, it has drawers, so these drawers are obviously original because they look shitty. These is silverware in here and extra paper napkins, like other kitchen things, and junk drawer. And the stove works great. I mostly only use like these two burners because the other two catch on fire. I haven't figured that out yet, but the oven does not work. And there's a little, see, somebody did a bunch of weird shit. Like this one is for a fan, and it's a little computer fan, and it has a Goodwill sticker on it, and it's held in by a zip tie, but it works. But I never use it. I don't know. I just turn this fan and I suck the stuff out because I do have a smoke detector, and that does work, and it is very, 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 very loud. I crocheted that. I forgot to say that. I think that's it for back here. The front is like a truck, and I just hopped through. I wanted that to be there because it's messy up there, but yeah, you can see it. The silver stuff, the Reflectix, I have them for most of the windows, and they're like hidden under here, but that is the big one for the back window, and then the extra that I haven't cut up yet, and it fits there with even with the dog riding down there, and then it makes it look kind of inexpensive so nobody wants to steal anything, you know? Or I'll put it up here when I'm driving or something. Oh yeah, I wanted this because if I get creeped out in the middle of the night, I want to be able to just drive the F away. How I get up, there's a little step right here, so I just step on this little step and then hoist it. And like that, and like that, and like that. It's actually pretty good. There's another one of those really bright lights up here if I wanted to read, and I have the glow-in-the-dark stars, and they'll charge now with that bright light. This is like a phone holder, so you can just hold your phone in front of your face and watch TV while you're laying in bed. And I have another battery-powered little light, my little book bin for where I keep my books if I'm reading at night or journaling, or that's where I keep my water bottle. There's the curtain track, not pointing with my toe, but obviously they're all just clipped on there, so I haven't fixed that yet. And I have this Blue Eddy thing, and I haven't found a good thing for my shoes, but they're behind this chair. This is where the diesel tank for the diesel heater is, because I installed that with my dad, so I just bring the hose in from the door and I fill it right there, and it's like 3 gallons. These are like pillowcases and towels and rags. These are a bunch of reusable bags and random shit that I did not need to bring with me, but that I thought I would use. Oh, this one is like my drill and my toolbox stuff, so there's no good way for it, but I just have a basket and, you know, all that kind of stuff. This is my favorite thing because I love windows, and you can just back up, like imagine backing up to the Grand Canyon, or even the view right now. It's okay. It doesn't look as good on camera,
It doesn't.
I promise it looks good. So anyway, and I can move this, like when guests come, I'll be like, okay, yeah, there, and then we sit here, and this is where I work. I work a full-time remote job, so I just use my hotspot and I plug into that thing or the Blue Eddy, and I work right here. So, thanks. Bye. So anyway,